Everyone, greetings from Department of Civil Engineering, Savita Engineering College. Our subject name is Environmental and Agriculture. Our subject code is OAI 551. Unit 1 Environmental Concerns. Our objective is to emphasize on the importance of environment and agriculture, on changing global scenario and the emerging issues concerned to it. The chapter name is Environmental Basis for Agriculture and Food. So what is agriculture and the environment? Our 90% of human populations, protein and most of it calories are obtained from traditional land-based agriculture of crops and livestock. So the next one is crops. World's food is provided by only 14 crabs species. 6 crabs provided 80% of the total calories. So we have two types of crabs. Number 1, cash crabs. It's grown to be sold and traded. For example, jute. The second type is subsistence crabs. It's used directly for food by the farmer or sold locally. For example, rice. Next, the main thing is for our Indian seasonal crops are mainly two seasons are there. Number 1, Rabi and Kharif. So Kharif season having Kharif 1 and Kharif 2. So mainly we are having many are grown in all seasons. Crops are divided into cereals, pulse, fiber crops, oil seeds, root crops, vegetables, spice crops, fruit crops. And rice and maize are grown in all season, whereas wheat is grown in Rabi season, that is rain-fed and irrigated. And also barley in Rabi season. Chickpea, black gram and all pulses grown in Rabi season. Mung bean and another pulse crops grown in both Rabi and Kharif seasons. Next, the main thing is soil. Collection of natural body occupying portion of the earth's crust that supports plant growth, which have acquired properties due to the integrated action of climate and vegetation upon parent material as conditioned by relief over a period of time. So we have 4 major components of soil. Number 1, air 25%. Number 2, water 25%. Number 3, mineral matter 45%. Number 4, organic matter, that is 5%. And also the 5 factors of soil at a particular site depends. Number 1, parent material. Number 2, climate. Number 3, topography. Number 4, living organism. And finally 5, time. Soil fertility refers to the capacity of a soil to supply the nutrients and physical properties necessary for plant growth. So the pie chart shows 25% of air in soil, 45% of mineral, 25% of water, 5% of organic matter. So this layout shows different types of layers in soil. So here the different type of soil structure under the earth. Number 1, subsurface layer. Number 2, top soil. Number 3, subsoil. Number 4, parent material. And finally bedrock. A high quality soil has all the nutrient element, a physical structure conducive to plant growth and high organic matter content in the first subsurface layer. Organic matter includes dead, partially or completely decomposed crop or plant and animal remains, forest litter, leaves and twigs, etc. Organic matter is the storehouse of nutrient and it provides good structure. Good structure is key to soil fertility in surface layer. When original vegetation is cleared, soil becomes exposed to more sunshine and oxidation result. Rapid oxidation result decline in organic matter. Soil begins to lose fertility. Soil also lose fertility through surface and subsurface runoff dissolved nutrients. Loss of fertility is faster in warmer and wetter climates than it is in colder or drier climates. Next, the main topic is soil plowing and erosion. So, soil plowing is the shattering soil uniformly with partial to complete inversion. Plowing opens the soil to erosion even more than removal of the original vegetation. Soil erosion is the wearing away and transportation of land surface by running water, wind, ice and other natural agents. And also soil loosened by plowing can blow by wind when dry and wash away with rainwater usually. Plowed land lose upper layers containing the most fertile organic matter, and the less organic matter presence in the soil, the more vulnerable the soil is to further erosion. And finally, once erosion starts, the process can easily accelerate. So here we are seeing tillage operation in soil to receive the crops. So next one is sediment damage usually. Much of the eroded soil ends up with waterways, causing downstream sedimentation. Sedimentation fill in productive waterways, nitrates, ammonia, phosphate and other fertilizer by carried sediment causes eutrophication in downstream waterways, making soil sustainable contour plowing. With a good management, soil is continuously formed at the rate of 1 millimeter per year. Ideal farming would result in soil loss no greater than the formation of new soil. One way to contour soil erosion is to promote new soil formation, and another way to contour erosion for plowing is contour plowing. In contour plowing, the land is plowed along the contours perpendicular to the slope, like the first image, and as much in the horizontal planes as possible. The another image is contour plowing is the single most effective method for reducing soil erosion loss owing the water runoff. Next, here we were seeing different type of contour plowing methods. So here making soil sustainable like mixed strip, terracing, rotation, non-till agricultures. And usually other practice that can aid in the sustainability of soil include mixed cropping, strip cropping, terracing, crop rotation, and even more effective technique to slow erosion is to avoid plowing altogether. And no tillage agriculture or conservation tillage is a recent form of combination of farming practices that include not plowing the land, using herbicides to keep down the weeds. And finally, in no-till agriculture, the land is left upload most years. So here we were seeing the mixed crop and steep terracing, and next images strip cropping and tea plantation image. Next is conservation tillage image, and here no tillage. So here mulch tillage, that is conservation tillage. In mulch tillage plant, residues or other materials are left to cover the surface and allowed to decay in places. Besides soil conservation, conservation tillage suppresses and control the weeds. These practice greatly reduce soil and water losses, reduce traffic operations over the field, and it reduce the use of fuel, and also it reduce soil compaction, and it's increase profit. And approach to sustainable agriculture is population presence and the vulnerability of arable land are the most important factors determining sustainability of agriculture. Maintenance of management of soil fertility is central to the department of sustainable food production system. Yes, this approach to sustainable agriculture involves a combination of different kind of land users. Use best agriculture land for crops, poor land for pastures and rangelands, to avoid using best land for grain production for animal feed. Yes, thank you. Hope we have knowledge in the environmental and agriculture. The first unit, we seen plowing, erosion and soil fertility, some cropping methods. Hope we understand. Thank you.